Hello and welcome to the HAC. I'm Diane Waldron, Head of Marketing and Events here, and I'd like to take you inside and show you around. This is the long room, the core of Armoury House, a room full of history and tradition, and this is where we do the majority of our wedding receptions and civil ceremonies. We can seat up to 150 on round tables in this room, or 120 for dinner and dancing without having to move any tables. It's also licensed for up to 120 for a civil ceremony. All around us you can see the rich history of the HAC, which has been here on these grounds since 1641. We have portraits all around the room, Her Majesty the Queen and other Captain Generals of the company. You can see up to my right we have a beautiful minstrels gallery where you can have musicians playing during the wedding ceremony or during the dinner itself. You can also have candles in here to get a wonderful atmosphere, and you can have disco or a band in here for dancing after dinner. It really is a very atmospheric room that looks wonderful when it's all set up with silver and flowers, beautiful tablecloths, chair covers, and it really gets a magnificent ambiance for your wedding reception. The HAC is home to the Honourable Artillery Company, and we're located right here in the heart of the city. We're unique in that we have this magnificent 5-acre garden, and yet we're located in the heart of this city of glass and steel. The house dates back to 1735, and it is a wonderful backdrop for wedding photos, and obviously inside it's a really lovely blend of traditional and modern and contemporary, which means that it's perfect for whatever style of wedding reception that you might want. We've got two main venues here at the Honourable Artillery Company. We've got the long room, and then we have our Prince Consort Rooms, which is very much the modern contemporary side of the HAC. Prince Consort Rooms is our newest space. It was part of a big redevelopment that took place here at the HAC over the last 4 years, and it was opened by Her Majesty the Queen in 2007 when she attended a fantastic lunch for 400 people right here in these rooms. It's a modern, stylish, contemporary space that lends itself to all sorts of different events. It's a blank canvas, and yet it has lots of character of its own. So whether it's a dinner and dance for 350 people, a large wedding reception for 700-800 people for a stand-up event, then you're able to stamp your own identity onto the rooms themselves. The Prince Consort Rooms are proving really popular for Asian and kosher wedding receptions. Its big capacity, which enables them to bring along 350 people for a dinner and dance, means that they're able to have one space which will accommodate everything, on which they can stamp their own identity. This is the Denby room, part of the Prince Consort Rooms, and this is a lovely little room if the bride and groom need a little bit more intimate time with their family. They can dine here, or just have photos taken, just spend a little time together away from everybody else, just for a few moments before rejoining their friends and family in the Prince Consort Rooms. Some of the people that choose to use the HAC for their wedding receptions have connections with the military going back quite a long way, and obviously particularly in the long room there is lots of military history around the place, which just adds to the interest of the venue. Others have absolutely no connection with the military whatsoever. They just choose it because it is such a magnificent location, and they just take advantage of the history and the setting. And particularly those that choose the Prince Consort Rooms, which of course is much more of a blank canvas. So it appeals to all sorts of people, whether you're looking for that blend of history or you just want a fantastic location in the city. Of course, food is a really, really important element of any wedding reception, and we have fantastic in-house caterers here who will look after all aspects of the food and drink. Our catering manager, Tim Bartley, looks after every aspect of a wedding reception from the start to the finish, and is able to plan with you, give you a tasting so that you can try out beforehand the delicious food that you're going to eat on the day of your wedding.
I'm Tim Bartley, I'm the catering general manager. I run all the catering here at the HAC. Every wedding here is different, from the champagne reception right the way through to the gin and tonics after dinner, sparkling wine reception with Pimm's in the summer, through to cash bars when we finish the event. We can do bespoke menus for clients. We've had a Malaysian groom where he wanted a Malaysian twist to our menu. We've had a French theme to our menus, or we have a range of menus to guide and steer guests for the perfect wedding. The secret to good banqueting and good wedding catering is making the food usable and easy to deliver. So when we're designing our menus, it's all about how we place the food on the plate and how we make it perfect, from the tasting for 4 people right the way through to a dinner for 400. We basically work with 1 waiter per 10 customers, and so therefore you'll have a table of 10 and a team of 5 staff will come and serve that table individually. We plate all the food for our guests. We tend not to do silver service. You get a picture on the plate from starter, main course and dessert. For me, on the day of the wedding, there are 2 important people, the bride and groom. People always think they're having a party. They're not. We're having a lovely day for the bride and groom, so they are the most important guests. I've had brides who are having a totally different food to the rest of her party. That's absolutely fine. If that's what she wants, that's what we'll serve. I always make sure we look after the top table first and make sure that they're the ones who are first to be cleared and catch their eye through the meal to make sure they're happy, because if they're not happy, they're not enjoying their day, and that for me is the most important part of what we're delivering.
The HAC is just such a special wedding reception venue. Because of its location, because of where we genuinely are unique. And yet you've got this wonderful blend of the historic part of the house, the modern part of the house. We have something to offer everybody. And for that reason, I think that the HAC is the obvious choice for a wonderful, memorable wedding reception in the City of London.